The original logic of copyright law was all about protecting the rights of creators and artists. So it's ironic that it's artists that are at the forefront of questioning the relevance of a lot of these laws in this digital age. Some of the artists questioning copyright aren't even sampling anything at all.
So beep, 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 bum, 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 bum. You are apparently the world's most prolific composer. What have you actually composed?
Well, it's basically the world's largest body of musical works, albeit rather short musical works, which simply happen to be exactly parallel to the tones produced by telephone DTMF tones.
Yeah.
So there's little tones that when you press
Beep,
the
beep,
button,
beep,
yeah, the beep, 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 beeps, and the two tones, the dyad of each key gives you a note. You know, my phone number is 045, and we call that opus. And that, we register that as one of our melodies. So every time you dial that, and every time the telco broadcasts and transmits that,
They're playing your song.
they're playing the song. They're in fact in breach of our copyright, and in fact need to pay us a license fee.
So how many songs did you manage to compose?
Oh, well, actually, I can't pronounce the number because it's got some it's millions and millions and billions and trillions and zillions.
Magnus opus, it's one of the, I think, the more interesting takes I've seen on the whole question of copyright by an Australian artist. So
Okay.
what was the history behind that work?
Okay, well, I was sort of basically interested in really copyright in a much more general sense, not restricted to the arts, but thinking of what was happening globally with especially these major corporations like Monsanto who are copyrighting genetic material, or some of the pharmaceutical companies who are copyrighting native remedies and basically, in a sense, stealing things from the public domain and privatizing them and then reselling them back to us. And we sort of really saw that as an affront to sort of natural justice. So we're both members of APRA, the Australian Performing Rights Association, you know, for our previous works.
Yeah.
And so we tried to, we proposed to APRA that they should register all our opus numbers.
You basically tried to do sort of any number that could possibly be used as...
Every number.
Between where and where?
All of them.
What actually happened there?
Oh, they just said, no way, we're not going to do it because it's going to crash our database and things like that. They were extremely resistant, but we still assert the claim.